who these people were until the day that we had our confrontation. Then all of a sudden he went out and started talking to the neighbors. I feel like I am under some sort of attack. And again, it goes to the whole thing about I'm battling people who are connected to the CIA. Such as Doug Mesner. And so it's, something is happening that is actually, I feel like there's some sort of attack. And yes, I did go. I did not look in their windows. In fact, the post that they're talking about, I said it looked like they didn't have any furniture. So if they have furniture, I obviously didn't look in the window. It was just, I was walking past, I could see that, because usually their blinds are completely shut. They've been that way for a year. They're never outside, the blinds are completely shut. One day I was walking from the little store, and I was walking back home, because it's only 2.5 blocks. The window was up. I didn't go look in the window. It was from where I could see on the sidewalk. And all I said was, it doesn't look like they have any furniture.
What?
And you have to understand, I'm getting death threats from this Doug Mesner.
What?
I have been stalked by people that are connected to the Satanic Temple. I'm being attacked online constantly from these people.
What?
I am under attack because they do not want me to get this investigation going on with my dad.
What?
Trying to get this child trafficking.
And no, you've said that now a number of times this morning, and I have to come back to, what does any of this have to do with the petitioners?
Because someone in my neighborhood has to be breaking into my house.
And you think it's them?
Everyone else is retired. And I've lived there for 3.5 years and never had any problems, and now suddenly, since they came, I've had problems. And so it was just kind of for me, it was a logical deduction. If they're new and I've never had any problems before, and now I suddenly have problems, and everyone else is in their 60s and 70s, you know?
You know how fucking stupid you have to be to even think something like that, let alone say it publicly and act like you're fucking serious.
I've never had any problems. I live in a very established neighborhood. And so it was kind of it could have been a wrong conclusion. Since I've gotten this protection order, I've stopped talking about them. I've stopped doing anything to deal with anything about them. And I will not start up again. I don't want anything to do with them. I don't want any problems. I don't want my police to have any problems. I don't want my neighbors to have any problems. This has been a crazy situation. And so they are under no threat. I'm not searching their windows. When I took pictures of their car, you will see I was standing on the street. It wasn't that I was even in their yard. And the thing about it is, yes, I took pictures of their cars to try and find out. But what they don't tell you is that the Lloyd Spencer that I thought they were isn't who they were. The Lloyd Spencer that people had investigated said that it was some CEO that was in Bellevue, Washington. That's obviously not them. And that's how it started, was that I was going there. So I thought they were someone else other than who they were. And so I don't mean these people any harm. I don't. I want to stay away from them. I will stay away from them. I'm in the process of trying to get my house sold so I can get away from the neighborhood and get away from them. They're in no danger from me. I'm not going to, I don't talk about them anymore. I don't say anything anymore. The videos that they're talking about weren't even connected to them, unless they're part of the Order, which is the group that my family was involved with when I grew up with. If they're not part of the Order, then it obviously wasn't meant for them. You know, and so they're taking things out of context of what I've said.
Right. How far is your house from theirs?
To go to my mailbox, I'm going to be breaking the law.
Well, that's not what I asked you. How far is it in feet?
My house is right here, and their house is on the corner, so probably no more than 300 feet. From my house, it's a little bit more because my yard is big, but from my mailbox to their house is probably 300 feet.
Would you concur, counsel?
I would estimate that that's about right, Your Honor. I know that creates a problem.
Well, maybe or maybe not. And how do you get to the store from your house? Mr.
I just
Bird?
walk down the street.
Is there a
I walk
side-
on the sidewalk.
Is
The
there a-
sidewalk is on their side of the street.
There's a
And
sidewalk.
There's a sidewalk,
Is
and
there a
it's only
sidewalk?
on their side of the street. And so I walk on that sidewalk to get to the store. But I my stuff in the little tray, and I was undoing the tray. He threw his.
Your Honor, we'd also request that he take down off YouTube, off Facebook, any references concerning